Good evening, Andrew Kirshner here on the Backwards blog, joining you from London. I wish I could give you a little bit better background than the hotel room that I'm staying in, but the weather outside is absolutely atrocious. I'd like to give you a better background. Maybe I'll be able to do that with one of the later posts. The conference that I've gone to has been going absolutely wonderfully. The lectures I gave on Thursday and Friday were received really well, and I'd like to thank all the people who attended. So far, I've been getting really nice responses to the past two posts that we've had. First, I got thank yous from two folks about the travel tips, saying that they actually used them for travel this past week and they got some really good benefit from it. And I got plenty of suggestions in response to the post that I gave about finding a comfortable position for sexual intercourse. I'll share a couple of them with you. William sent in an email relating that he and his wife experimented with a lot of different positions before they found something that worked, and what he ultimately wound up doing was lying on his back with a couple of pillows under his knees to take the pressure off of his low back, and he found that that was the most comfortable position for him. Lauren related that she had tried a whole bunch of different positions and ultimately found that lying on her side gave her the most relief. Now, again, this will be one of those situations where everybody's going to have to try and experiment and find the thing that works best for them. And the most important thing, as always, is while you're doing this, if you don't see the results that you're looking for right away, please don't get frustrated. This is something where you're going to have to try a few different things, but it is absolutely worth the effort. A couple other things. We got a question from Andrew. Great name, by the way. Andrew sent in a question about why he feels spasm. He wants to know what the purpose of spasm is. Well, spasm is a protective mechanism. It is one of the things that your body does in response to sensing an instability. Now, it developed as an evolutionary adaptation because you've got to protect your spinal cord. So if there's an injury that your body senses puts your spinal cord at risk, it will actually send the muscles around the spinal cord into spasm in order to tighten things up and hold them together, because after all, if you don't have an intact spinal cord, you can't run away from the cave bear. So muscle spasm is actually a protective thing, and it does serve a purpose. Now, the issue is that sometimes spasm lasts long after an injury actually recovers, and that's where retraining and physical therapy and exercise will go to help convince your body that the injury is now stable. Now, I am not doing a travel blog, but I do feel like I do need to share something with you. I attached a photograph from a really remarkable place that I was at in London, this place called James Smith & Sons. It's actually an umbrella shop, and I know that sounds really ridiculous, but it was a really fantastic place. I went in there, and they said, "Are you looking for an umbrella?" And initially I wasn't. But we looked at a bunch of different ones. They measured one. They actually figured out a custom length for me and arranged to actually produce an umbrella specifically for my height while I was there. It was a great experience. I actually did wind up buying an umbrella. I attached a picture because it's just a really fun place to go. It sounds silly, but go there. If you're ever in London, it's absolutely worth the trip. In any case, I am editing down some interview footage that I've done with some folks while I was down here in London, and I will be posting that on the site over the next couple days. As always, I'd like to thank you for joining me here at Back Together, and as always, please continue to keep your comments and questions coming, because that's what keeps the blog interesting. Be well, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.